Hello guys, thank you so much for joining us today. If this is your first time in my live, my name is Chief Apostle Samuel Jr. I'm the apostle and pastor of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in the ATRs. Those that do not know that I'm a pastor and apostle, that I practice the ATRs. I practice black arts, I practice traditional root work, I practice a lot of the traditions in my church, and this particular live and these things that I do out here, I'm constantly trying to share with many of you guys universal laws that apply whether you intend to endeavor in any of these practices or not. On tonight, I know I look very different. I have to wear this particular hat because this is my area where I practice Palo. Palo Mayombe, dealing with Egun. So I wanted to say, wait a minute, you guys came in quite fast. Hold on, let me just, I think my Shamari, my Cancer, Sasha Fierce, then I got my Jelly Sweets in the house, then I got my Boaz, and then I got my Jelly Sweets, there's Mama Susan, Alicia, what's up, Calvina? And so, I really wanted to change up my spot because a lot of times when you're talking, especially to melanated people, they have a sense where, and I'm not saying that people don't believe that I have the stuff that I have, but I think that people that may not be interacting with me on a continual level, they don't realize how equipped I really am and the things that I have to do to work certain religions, certain traditions. And so therefore there's many hats that I wear, and one of these hats is when I receive Kobiende, in order to work Kobiende I have to wear this. And so since I know I wasn't going to be practicing Orisha faith, I know I was going to be practicing Palo on tonight. I wanted to dress accordingly. We can wear pretty much whatever we want, as long as our heads is covered and so forth. Unless we're going through a ceremony, we will wear white or whatever particular. But behind me is Centea. Directly behind me, that is Centea. That is my cauldron that I work. I have other. This is my original stick, my original staff that I received from when I got first initially scratched by my first Yaya. And so this is the Egun stick that I work. This is another Egun stick that I have. I got quite a few of them. I have Minister Mario's Egun stick. I got mine. And so I keep that over there by her cauldron. But I want to talk about, what's up there, Calvina? And so, and then I got Demetrius Gemini in the house. And so when it comes down to me practicing the ATRs, let me say this. Is that one of the things that I have noticed that in the Christian church is that we'll say things that the weapons of our warfare are mighty through God and the pulling down the stronghold. And so therefore I have various and different weaponries that allow me to be able to get through certain situations and circumstance. And so therefore when I'm doing work, or I'm doing work for my clients, or I'm doing work for my members of my church, a lot of times they don't get a chance to see any of my artillery. And nobody shows everything that they got. I wouldn't do it. But I think that this is important because many of you guys have been following me a long time. And so you have never physically met me, and you've never been to my church. And so I wanted to give you an insert of the things that I do. Now, the reason why I practice magic very differently than the traditional way of that these other people do is because I operate from all 9 realms, and I am not interested, and I've said this to my padrino, I'm not interested. Even when I was with my my mambo, my spiritual sister, I said this: I am not interested in the antics of Haitian voodoo. I'm here for the magic. I'm not here for the antics of Palo. I'm here for the magic. I'm not here for the antics of apostolic faith. I'm here for the energy, frequency, and vibration. That is my desire. I'm not interested in a lot of the parties because it's formality. It's a form of godliness, but it denies the power thereof. Doesn't mean that some people don't come down with the spirit, but for the most part, it's about just the same thing we do in church. We just singing songs and ain't nothing happening. And I'm 51 years old. I ain't never been with it, but I'm less with it even now at my age. So this is why I have this on instead of my my Orisha hats, because this is Palo. Palo, you adorn yourself very, very differently. My beads that I normally have on when I'm over here, it's on my voodoo spirit, and like I told you, my voodoo spirit is synchronized and contracted with Lucero, Zendaya. Directly behind me is Siete Rayus, and then I have Kobiende, and then I have Zarabanda on the other side, and then I got Lucero Mundo down here by my chair. Now, what's up there, Oshun? Can you say? I don't know what they're trying to say. What's up, Monique 444? What's up, my Ryan, my Libra in the house? And so I want to talk about this because this is also something that I've had the pleasure of being up under good leadership, and good leadership equips, and I said that wicked leadership scripts. And so what I want you guys to understand, that even what I try to explain when it comes down to magic, when you have a certain type of leadership, and I will be coming from Proverbs. I'm going to read Proverbs 29 verse 2, and then I'm going to read Proverbs 20, same chapter, 29 verse 2, and then I'm going to read 29 verse 12. And I really want you guys to understand that a lot of times what we experience in the ATRs and the African traditional religion has a lot to do with what type of person you are. If you are attracted to leadership and a certain type of leadership, that's why these people govern over you. And so I want you to understand that it is important that Donald Trump rules over those sect of people, because they are one and the same. And so therefore, the reason why you have a problem with his leadership is because you don't carry that type of spirit, that kind of energy. A lot of times it's just like in relationship. When you break up, whether somebody break up with you or you break up with them, you are hurt because you feel like, okay, I'm a good person. Why? No, you're never going to walk in harmony with somebody that is not similar to you. And so therefore, this is why a lot of relationships do not work out. Sometimes God does not put certain people over you because you're not good people. When you find that you're resonating with somebody like me, this is God giving you an opportunity to be up under good leadership. And whether it is me or another Tata, another Mumbo or Hugon, these are the things that I want you to focus on. If you are truly following me and you're trying to really learn what real magic is and how to get equipped when you're in spirituality. So let me say this, because sometimes people say, oh God, I thank God for Apostle Ely. I honestly don't think you thank God for me. I think you thank God that I'm more merciful based off of what you are doing, versus you're actually thankful that I actually teach and I exemplify certain characters and virtues, because that is not the life you live. And I like to keep it real. I'm a Sagittarius, my moon in Aries, my rising sign Pisces. So I'm going to read this to you, and if you could jot it down and go read it for yourself a little later. Proverbs 29 verse 2 says, when the righteous are in authority, which means rule, the people rejoice. Very clear. When an upstanding, righteous person, whether in Ifa, Voodoo, Christianity, Kambanda, when that person that's governing that Ile or coven is a upright individual, there's going to be rejoicing. Okay? It says, but when the wicked bear rule or govern, the people mourn, or people are in sorrow. The Bible said that the blessing of the Lord doeth make it rich and addeth no sorrow. Also, verse 12 says this, and I think this is very significant. It says, if a ruler hearkens or listens to lies, all his servants are wicked. When you are up on a leadership that is more concerned about listening to lies, not only about people, but about places and about things. A lot of times, you guys, when you come onto my live, you notice that I have a consistency of stream of truth, information, because it has a lot to do with my character. I can lie like the rest of these people out here lying to you all. Or I can be honest and be truthful and forthright. I choose to do that because of who I say I am and who I say I serve. You understand? Ifa does not give you an upright heart. Voodoo does not give you an upright heart. Christianity does not give you an upright heart. When you are a type of person that hearkens, or the Bible, hearken means to listen, to give ear to. You have to ask yourself, what type of person am I? Who do I, when people are in leadership position, who do I listen to? When I'm going through something, I clash with a lot of people, and some people I don't clash with at all because I just don't talk to them. You're not here. You're not trying to hear the truth. The truth will set you free. The truth will equip you. I want you to understand that I could have been out here all this time telling you that I'm getting scratched, I'm getting in cauldrons, I'm trying to get this, I'm trying to get that, and never got it. Never got it. The reason why I am sharing this tonight is because I want you to know why it is so important that even on social media, and even if you have not met me, but to know that the people that you are listening to, that you're hearkening to, that they are truly who they say they are. They do not have to be perfect. They do not have to do the things that everybody else does. They do not have to go out here and blaming other people for the condition of certain things. I think leadership is very, very important. The kind of leadership that equips, what allows people to find themselves up under wicked leadership, no matter what the tradition is what type of person you are. Birds of feather flock together. It is important to understand that if you don't believe the truth, there's only one opposite energy. If you are not trying to do right, there's only one opposite energy. If you are a type of person that you're trying to get on your feet by lying and conniving, and I've said this oftentimes, I cannot help you because that's not how I build myself, my energy, or anything that I go. Many times there are people, they ignore my warning. And what I mean by my warning, my leadership is never going to equip you to hurt, to harm people with an unjust heart. The reason why I have been entrusted with the type of weaponry that I have, because I am going to be fair. I am going to sit down first and count up the cost. I am going to be able to, you're going to be able to reason with me. I am not going to fly off the handle because me and you have a disagreement. I am not also going to execute a judgment against you because you decide not to support me in a particular area. This is what happens when many of you guys have been governed up under wicked leadership. You think other people in power are going to do something to you because you decided to go. And in my leadership, if I was a wicked person, I would not have given my members an opportunity to walk out my church. I would have made them either make them stay, I would have put some type of spell on them, or I would have destroyed them. Because at the end of the day, it's about stripping people with wicked leadership. I don't care if it's Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi. It's a very parasitic way of approach. You're always taking from people, but you're never giving. I'm going to say this again. You're never giving and equipping people to be self-sufficient and proficient and serve in honor and dignity and respect. Because what I say to many people, America does not deserve good leadership. America and most American people are very wicked people. I don't care. Like, at least as somebody that's been raised by crooks, I can acknowledge the unfairness. I was just talking to Mother Susan earlier, and for some unknown reason, the only way that you can feel that you're going to be treated fairly is that you believe that the leadership that's over you is righteous. But there's no way, if I know I'm dealing with a wicked person that practices magic, I am not going to look for him or her to be fair with me. Because that is not they're not operated by the laws and the precepts that I operate by. The things that I consider before I do magic, they're not going to consider. The fact that many of you guys are in a racist society and you are dealing with certain prejudice and you constantly are focused on what is unfair instead of equipping yourself, that even the unfairness does not impede your success. The unfairness does not keep you from getting what God has from you. The unfairness does not keep you from getting healed or being made whole, rising to the top and overcoming the unfairness. I do not look for wicked people to be fair with me. I look to the hills from which cometh my help, and I look to protect myself. The Bible says it like this: when you know the schemes and the and the devices of the enemy, you should be taking these classes. You should be getting involved because you already know what's going to come down the pipeline. I am never going to sit here and say I'm being hopeful when I know what type of heart that individual got. My whole job is, when I'm dealing with somebody, is to discern what type of heart that person is. What that person going to do with money, power, and sex. Because you can be whorish, but then you're not over here trying to tell somebody marriage. You can be whorish, but you're not over here trying to sleep with your best friend, girl or man. Because your flaws does not cause you to do wrong. Your flaws are what they are. Your heart is what drives you to do or not do the things you do. And God, the divine spirit, the divine mother, is never going to give you the type of power when your heart ain't right. And I'm not talking about Christians the way that they talk about what's hard, because a Christian could go to church and still do the things they do to people, places, and things. We're not talking about that. We're talking about how you equip people to be self-sufficient and be able to respect the ideas of other people that may be in the opposite perception of what you call love, what you call relationship, what you call family. You don't know how to live and let live. And you will do conjure based off of those principles or those feelings that you have. Not being able to govern. Now, govern means that you're here to regulate the things that God has given you jurisdiction over. The problem is in the ATRs, there are people out here trying to be governors, and God has never empowered them to be governors. There are people out here practicing in the ATRs, and they are licensed to practice the ATRs on whatever practice they are. But what it is, and let me tell y'all something. I do some really dark magic. I do some really, I can do some real heinous magic. But that is not my everyday magic. I'm going to say that again. There's times you got to do what you got to do. But every day that I wake up, I am not bringing harm to people, places, and things. And what is happening is that people, even in conversation, are being disingenuous. Ask yourself, what type of magic you trying to learn? What type of spells and conjure that you're really trying to get into? Because I'm constantly giving people way out for their finances. I'm constantly giving people ways out for their protection. I'm constantly giving people an opportunity. Gay, straight, bi, it don't even matter. These are the things that are important when you have, and let me tell y'all something. How do I say this? When I say that people do not care, I say that they're not going to consider your level of immaturity. They're going to give you things that they know eventually is going to hurt you and people that are around you. When you care and you are governing people, you're going to care about their character and how they, what level of self-control they have, how they spend their, all of these things that seem very boring and insignificant. It has to do with rulership. When you're equipping somebody, the Bible said that we are being equipped for the edification. The average person that is being equipped in these ATRs are not edifying anybody. They're not even edifying themselves. They're constantly setting out to try to prove power, which is ego, and they're constantly trying to prove that they are strong in that particular tradition, which has nothing to do with their journey, which has nothing to do with their ego, which has nothing to do with the Mighty and Zombie, has nothing to do with none of their practices. These are immature people that have been equipped and given spiritual tools. And the elders, because they're here to make money. They're here to, and I make money too. But this is why I made sure that if people if they could not get initiated or scratched, then and they wanted to participate, this is why I created on my platform the membership. All of this stuff has led me to be where I am today. Has led me to be as successful as I am today. Have led me to be able to defend and ward off the attacks of people that may say, you know what, I don't think he deserved. It is not that most people don't think I am who I say I am. They just don't think as a black American man that I deserve what I was born with. I don't see when you got people that think that you don't deserve something that God has given you. You have to understand that person's heart is wicked. When people out here trying to switch out my destiny for their destiny, those people are wicked. I'm not out here bothering people. And I don't care how aggressive I am. I don't care how lethal I can be. I don't care how harsh my mouth can be. The truth is that I'm not out here bothering people. When you come over here messing with what's mine, I have a right to defend myself, and I have a right to defend myself the way I see fit. Because at some point you have shown me you don't have any respect for my boundaries, and so now I have to reinforce my boundaries, and I choose to do it forcefully. I choose to do it aggressively. You see what I'm saying? You can have the same attributes that I have, but you will govern from a wicked perspective. And the point is that you will listen to lies. I don't listen to lies. I don't listen to lies from people I love and I honor and I respect. And I don't listen to people lies that I don't like, I don't respect, and I don't like to fool with. But the point is that I'm not a person that I have an itchy ear to be lied to. And I don't care if that's sexually, that's economically. When you appreciate being equipped from somebody that is going to be truthful with you, with somebody that's going to be honest with you and let you know what's going on. I've been warning people for such a long time. Even in the last part of before Minister Mario, son of Achosi, passed away. I've been warning people about getting in position. I've been telling people, I don't care how poor you think you are. I don't care how much money you think you don't make. If you have been putting your money back, the time that the thing that I'm doing right now, you will be right on post. You don't have to be a Darius. You don't have to be a Monique. You don't have to be certain people that are coming through. You could have been who you are and put in away. And then when the time permitted, you would have had what you needed. My concern as a leader is not that I'm equipped. I am concerned about the people that when this thing goes down, that they don't have the tools they need. I am not trying to get you to buy my talisman because I don't want to work. I've been working one job for over 30 years. And let me say this. Because I don't want people to get caught up because I'm using the word wicked. What I want you to understand, the wicked has to have their own ruler. This is the same concept that Yahshua said, let the blind lead the blind. Let the dead bury the dead. There's a reason why certain people are certain people's leaders and why certain people are not certain people's leaders. It's not about the leadership, it's about you. It's about why you are up under that leadership and what are you behaving in a way. Because guess what? I clash with more people because they lie so much. When you get in an argument or you get in a debate with a Sagittarius, the 9 times out of 10 it's over a lie. Because if you were being honest and truthful with me, we would be carrying a conversation. I would never interrupt you. I'm going to say that again. If you and me have gotten into an issue, I don't care who you are, my mama, but it is over a lie. It will never be over you telling the truth about who you are and what you are, because I don't judge people. But when you start lying about who you are, what you do, and how you did, and why you did it, then we're going to have interruptions in those conversations. Most people think that it's hard to talk to me. No, it's hard to lie to me while you talking to me. Because I'm going to stop you in the midst of that. When you airborne with that lie, I'm going to stop you. Because I'm not going to have a conversation with you based on a lie. I'm going to have a conversation with you based on the truth so I can get something out of it. Because I cannot get anything out of a conversation where you're lying. That's why it's important that when you become a part of what I am doing out here, this ain't about you being perfect. This is about you knowing who you are, your energy, your frequency, your vibration, knowing that you have the tools that you need to be able to manifest the thing that you need, and that therefore that at the end of the day that you are safe. That you're not looking for a savior to come rescue you, but you bringing salvation to yourself. The hope of glory is on the inside of you. That's what I'm looking. That's why I'm encouraging people with their graveyard work. I'm encouraging people to get membership. I'm encouraging people to be a part of certain things. Because at the end of the day, if you got what you need, then you can stand for you. You can stand against racism. You can stand against lies. You can stand against cheating. You can stand against conniving. I don't do half the stuff. Most of the people that see me live, they think I'm selling drugs. Whether they tell me or not. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Whether they tell you or not. When you grow up in a Christian church, you're constantly being told somebody the devil. So it's easy for you to get distracted with certain terminology. And that's why I was trying to encourage you to stay focused. I'm telling you what wicked people do. But I'm here as a leader to equip you and to give you the necessary knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Give you the necessary time frame so you can get on board. And if you don't, all I've said is I'm not going to feel sorry for you. Because I can only do so much. I can only show you so much. Because guess what? Even if you get this cauldron, you got to work it. Padrino Michael ain't going to do this for me. My Oba's not going to do this for me. I got to know how to work my own cauldron to get my own manifestation. I got to work my own stuff. Everything that I have. I did a ceremony with those roosters I got from my sister. So I got to go to the ocean to discard those tonight. I give you guys opportunity for instant burn. I give you guys opportunity to buy candles. I even offer many of you guys to baptize your candle with ocean water. I'm not gonna keep reiterating things that equip you as an individual person. So therefore, when things come up in your life, that you have the you have the wisdom, you have the knowledge, the understanding, you have the mobility in self to do what you need to do for you. Because let me tell you something. If you waiting on somebody, and this is real talk, if you waiting on somebody to change in order for you to get, baby, you gonna be in winter a long time. I don't sit around here and wait on other people to make me get where I need to get. I told you guys, I said on my YouTube channel, we trying to get to 4,000. So a lot of times you see me on TikTok since I'm trying to encourage people to come to my YouTube page because I have a goal. Ain't nobody is gonna go over there and persuade people to become a subscriber. Do you understand? Nobody gonna take out their time to help you build your stuff. People, while you are doing what you're doing, may assist you. But at the end of the day, who's going to help you put that brick there? Who's going to help you put that nail in that wood? Who's going to help you put up that beam? Who's going to help you put that roof up? If you don't get a mindset and getting the necessary equipment and thinking that as a tribe, as a collective, that people are going to be concerned. So let me tell y'all this. And this is my honest take. I do not think that America deserves anything but what they got. Just like I can honestly say that certain women and men deserve the husbands, the wives, or the boyfriends or the girlfriends they have. Because you don't deserve anybody that's good. Because you're going to try to destroy them. When you ain't right in your heart, it doesn't matter how good somebody is to you. You're going to do wrong and you're going to not do right by them. And I don't know what has to awaken with melanated people. If you believe that you are a righteous person and you believe that you try to do things the right way, then you don't deserve to be friends with people that don't honor those values. You don't deserve to be and as a business partner, you don't deserve. I don't deserve certain people to be members in my church because they're not good people. And that's what it is. But all souls belong to God. That's why he said, let the sheep and the goat. Everybody has a different energy. Everybody has a different frequency, every vibration. And yes, can I teach wicked? Have I ever done wicked spells? Yes, I have. Have I done destructive spells? Yes, I have. Have I ever spiritually unalived anybody? Yes, I have. Have I ever broken up somebody's magic, attacking them? Yes, I have. But it is not my practice. And what practice means is something that you continuously do over and over and over again. Would I consider myself a Bokor? I mean, just saying on the left-hand path, as in, yes, I'm on the left-hand path, but I'm not guided about destruction with my spirit. You being on the left-hand path has nothing to do with wickedness. That's why you can find wickedness in Christianity. You can find it in root work. You can find it in conjure. You can find it in mysticism. You can find it in Kabbalah, because it has to do with the person's heart. And however they govern, and when I say govern, when you have influence over other people. So this is not just for individuals. This is for people that have influence over other people, and other people are listening to you. You know that you are purposely deceiving those people. You know it's not that simple to grow and to develop. You understand that after they get initiated, that you're going to lead them high and dry. You know after they get stretched, that you're not going to teach them how to work that actual cauldron, and what that X means. I mean that cross means. They don't know what that circle means. They're just going to do things in front of you. This is the person that goes out and fishes for you and fix your food. And that means that you eat when they say eat. But the person that explains. I remember Padrino, I was outside. Your mom was outside. I was outside. And he told me to come inside so I can see what was going inside of my cauldron. He said, you need to know how these are built. You need to know what's inside of these cauldrons. So they were opening up certain things, and they were showing me certain things that were inside of my empaka, what was inside my cauldron. And so therefore, when I'm doing my magic, I can do my magic consciously knowing what type of energy, frequency, and vibration. So he showed me, he said, this is the bone. This is the bone of the Mfumbe. So I know what's in my cauldron. That's somebody that is guiding you to equip you so you can function effectively with your spiritual fetishes. Just giving you talents and giving you tools and giving you talent that you don't understand how to utilize it. That's not good leadership. Telling you that you're going to be able to spend these $300, you're going to make $1 million. Those are lies. When a leader listens to the counsel of the wise, that's why I say the servants are wicked. Because you are around people that you want to hear what you want to hear. This is why, and I say this because a lot of you guys don't see yourselves as liars. Even though you be lying your ass off. You don't see yourself as a person that deserves, you draw the energy of liars, con artists, deceivers. Because you yourself is a low-level con artist, liar, deceiver. You might not do it on a grand scale, but in your everyday practices are very much like that. And so therefore, this is why you clash with people like that, because I don't practice that. And so I want y'all to understand that I want you to have a husband, but I want you to have your husband. If you're gay, I want you to have your man or your woman. If you are a person that is trying to build wealth, I want you to know that the blessing of the Lord doeth make it rich and addeth no sorrow. So however God chooses or the divine chooses to lead you into the wealthy place. It's in my spiritual dad always told me, God is never raises you up swiftly. He raises you up over time. And my spiritual dad did a lot of wicked magic. But that man told me that God, the Holy Spirit, you're going to be this and you're going to be that, but it's going to be over time. I'm 51, about to be 52. It's over time. Success over time, it creates in you character. It gives you better judgment. To all of y'all that are in a rush and you not trying to invest in your graveyard where you trying to invest in your education and stuff like that, because the time gonna come, you're gonna need that. When nobody is around and you are faced with a dilemma or a situation, you're gonna need good judgment. You're gonna need to be able to discern. You're gonna be able to make. You got to know how to make right decisions with what God has blessed you with. And when your opposition comes, you got to be able to have the equipment to defend and ward them off, if not destroy them. My goal is to destroy when they come my way. But my point is, I have over a long period of time given melanated people an opportunity to get equipped, giving them an opportunity to get things that are going to be essential to their energy and their frequency and vibration. But I can't make nobody do nothing. And I'm not going to make nobody do nothing, because this is a personal journey. Good leadership talks to you like this. The Bible says it like this: whom God chasten is a son. That means he loves him. When you're in leadership and you have never been corrected and chastised in that leadership, that's a wicked leader, because they don't care. As long as they stripping you of what they can get out of you, how you live your life, they don't care. Only time these people gonna call somebody wicked is when that wicked person do it to them. But that person been doing dirt the whole time and you ain't had nothing to say because they weren't doing it to you. That person been lying the whole time, but until they lie on you, that's when it become a problem. You're not a good person either. I've asked people over and over, why is that your friend? Why is that your friend? If you trying to do what you trying to do, why is you a married woman hanging out with single women? So unless you trying to get them married, you must be trying to get unmarried. See, that I watch what people do, because I'm not finna hang around somebody broke. I'm not finna listen to somebody broke. We can't hang out. That's why I'm constantly looking and seeing how people function in their life, so I can determine how far I can go with them. When they always talking about, oh, this high, this costing too much money, that's a broke mentality. I don't have time for that. You can be in a ministry of prosperity, success, and still live impoverished because of your mindset. You can't do what you need to do and invest how you need to invest because you believe in scarcity. So you always feeling like you got to do what you got to do, why you got to do it. You don't never feel like you can get out here and actually plan to come into your success, plan to come into your marriage, plan to come into your business, plan. And so therefore the things that I'm talking about gives no interest. Because across the street or over there, they're telling you all you got to do is do this. And this ain't going to cost but this. And you're going to have that. They don't have a problem lying to you. They liars. They don't care that 6 months from now or maybe 3 months from now that you're going to be calling them a liar. They would knew there was a liar before they told you to lie. You're not hurting them by calling them a liar. My job is to light the way that you can save time, energy, and resources. If you trying to really grow, if you really trying to do real magic, if you a type of person that's really trying to be prepared for what is to come, and I don't care where your economics is, everybody got an opportunity to prepare. And one thing we can't say, we have not been warned. One thing we cannot say, that this snuck up on us, because it did. And I'm going to say this again, I'm going to be very clear. You don't deserve a good husband. You deserve that raggedy Negro you got. You do not deserve Kamala Harris. There are certain people in life that are too good for you because you don't know how to treat good people. I have this thing that I tell, and I say, because I'm a trick. I say, do you know how to enjoy good dick? I didn't ask you, do you know how to take dick? I said, do you know how to enjoy good dick? Because there's a mentality that comes along when you know how to enjoy good dick. If you know how to enjoy good pussy, you know how to celebrate that pussy. You understand? When you got good pussy and you abusing it, or you got good dick and you abusing it, it ain't the dick, it's you. If you got a good job, don't mean you're a good person. You abuse your job even though you got a good job. Even if you come from a good home, a good family, you are an abusive person. You're never going to treat these people right because you yourself ain't right. I try to make this very simple why we end up in spaces and places that we are. There's nothing about America that they have been good. They rob, they steal, they lie, they cannot. We got to be prepared for the wicked. The Bible tells us not to be envious of the wicked. What most Christians are, you envious of the wicked. Because the Bible talks about their prosperity. The righteous has prosperity and the wicked has prosperity. Can I say this again? We live in duality. We all are enjoying prosperity. Who and how did you get your prosperity? The Bible says that the wicked, they grow like the Green Bay tree. No, that's the righteous. They grow very quickly. And then when you look around, they are no more. I'm not looking to be infamous for a season and then my season's canceled. I want to be like the Bible says, the righteous shall be for in everlasting remembrance. When I'm dead and gone, that they will remember my good works and glorify my Father which is in heaven. If that ain't what you own, then I can't help you. Because I'm not fit to help you get that woman husband. I'm not fit to help you break up that gay man's relationship. I'm not fit to do that. Because I don't want nobody messing with my relationship. I'm not fit to hurt somebody else's child. Because your husband is a whore. And you knew that before he was whoring around on you. Because that's how you got it. Whoring. Palo is available on my website. The membership, Lucero, Zendaya, Siete Rayos, as well as Kobiende and Zarabanda. Good leadership equips you. If you want to be equipped and you want to take chastisement and you want to take correction so you can get out here and do what you need to do for yourself, and so therefore you can do well in safety and be kept. Half of these people around here do not care about how you utilize any of this. My Padrino did not teach me about Lucero. My Padrino did not teach me, my Oba did not teach me about Zendaya. They talk about it. All the magic that I have been doing with these cauldrons came from why? And being inspired by the Spirit. And I've been manifesting. Because at the end of the day, sir and man, it's all about manifestation. I'm going to say this again. It's all about manifestation. When I tell you that these people don't have it for you, and you keep running up in their faces, I ain't got nothing else to say. Because either you think I'm telling the truth, or you think I'm lying. Oh, he's just trying to get you away. No, I ain't trying to get you. Because I understand that everybody that I'm responsible for I'm accountable for. And so I understand the workload. See, all these other people running out here just like trying to get a bunch of women you can't take care of. No. Can I get all these godchildren that you can't attend to? What good is to have 800 godchildren you can't attend to on only 200? So 600 of those godchildren got to go through all kind of training because you cannot govern 800. You can only really, honestly, effectively govern 200. So sometimes when you say you're not growing, God got you right where you at, so you don't you don't hurt yourself. You got just enough where you can govern. That's what happens when you're trying to seek certain levels of success. You end up getting beyond your measure. Your gift may only give you the ability to have $50,000. If you stay in that range, you're going to always be good. But when you start stepping beyond the measure where God, the divine mother, has given you, that's when we have problems. And you don't want to hear that. You want to believe that somebody's attacking you. You want to believe somebody's blocking your road. When the truth of the matter is you're just beyond your measure. And it's going to be a struggle. And so therefore, just like lifting weights, when you go beyond your ability to push that weight up, it becomes strain. When you have, as the old people say, your eyes bigger than your stomach, or there's another one say you bit off you bit off more than you can chew. Life is the same thing when it comes to magic. This is why you have professionals. Some of you, if you allow the professionals to do what you need to get done, you will grow a lot faster and you will get equipped a lot faster. The problem is that you're out here looking at these other people that are unequipped, unequipped and unprepared. But they're out here. You don't want to just be a floating piece of wood in the ocean, tossed to and fro. Whether a boat come by or whether a fish from, that's the only time you get movement. You want to be the captain of your soul. You want to be the bishop of your soul. And that takes time. That teaches not only being equipped, but somebody training you. What you see here is somebody that has been trained. I have been equipped, but I have been trained with that equipment. And that's where my success comes from. It is not just because I'm burning candles. It's not because I'm just lighting incense. I'm making good decisions and I'm trying to govern righteously. I am trying to do what's right in the eyesight of the divine. I'm not caring what other people think. Because at the end of the day, if God want to prosper me with the numbers he given me, just like he gave getting the victory with 300, God don't have to give you 10,000 soldiers or 20,000 soldiers. At the end of the day, if the real goal is for you to get healed, get victory, get made whole, or turn your situation around, then does it really matter how God do it, as long as it get done. And if that's the real case, then you're going to do what you need to do. Other than that, you're going to hear me, you're going to agree with me, you're going to say, oh my God, that is so true. And then you're going to continue to practice and function in your life the way you did and what you continue to do. When you have an opportunity to actually step your game up. When you have an opportunity from somebody melanated to actually not have to figure out what he's saying and what that means. When you have hidden agendas, we're going to clash. Can I say it again? When you have hidden agendas, me and you are going to clash. Because I'm being straight up with you about what I'm looking for. Learn how to be honest with your elders. You never know. They still might support you in what you're doing. Even if they think that that's not necessarily what you need to do. One thing about Padrino, Madrina, and my Oba, and all of these people in my spiritual dad, I've always been honest about. Even when my spiritual dad was talking about begin a store, I never saw. I didn't know how I was going to use my gift, but I never wanted to have a botanical. I never wanted to have a store. I just never seen myself like that. I didn't even have no idea that I would be utilizing my gifts and talents in the church world and still practicing the ATR. I never would have thought, because I was like, I didn't think I had the temperament. I never thought I was going to be somebody's pastor. Because I'm a people person, but I'm very confrontational with people. And I speak my mind. And I'm like, well, how I'm going to survive? Because niggas, when they get mad, their pocketbook is mad. If somebody would have told me that my prosperity was tied to my honesty, I would have never believed them. I'm going to say it again. What's up, my baby Scorpio? If somebody would have told me years ago as they say, the old people say, years ago, that my prosperity and my spiritual practice will be tied to my honesty and my transparency, I would have never believed them, because I come from a family of crooks. Jesus is the way and lying is the way. That is a lot of trust that I have in the divine to do what I do. I hope, certain ma'am, that you are truly looking for good leadership. And if you have good leadership, I hope to God, up under that good leadership, you're doing right by that leader and that elder. Yeah, there's blessings in treating your elders right, but there's also curses when you mess over somebody's good. Jeremiah talks about that. They recompense me evil. I'm outside. They recompense me evil for my good. You don't want, if you got a good Tata Mambo Hugon leader, you bring on a curse. I don't care if it's through voodoo, Santa Rita. If you ain't gonna do right by somebody that's good to you, just leave them alone. That's my advice to anybody in any situation. If you have come to the conclusion that this person is a good person and this person is really equipped to do what they need to do, and you know you're not trying to do right, leave that person alone. Because the hell that's gonna come behind you doing them wrong, it's not gonna be worth it. It's not gonna be worth it. I encourage you, sir and ma'am. We got a couple months. We got a couple months. And then I think it's going to take him about a year before he starts doing other stuff. But right now, his focus is the Latino community. Deport. But while I'm talking about them, I can promise you, sir and ma'am, I'm getting myself together. And I encourage you to do so. Because it's only going to be so much time when they start coming for us. And I want to be ready. I want to be prepared. I want to be equipped. And I want to win. I'm going to say that again. I want to win. I don't want to just know they coming. I want to be able to stand my ground, so to speak. Okay? I have to go to the ocean and get take these roosters out there. If you want instant burn or anything of that nature, you can send that. If you want, I have offered, if you want washes with Oshun's water, candles and of that nature. Karen O'Brien does the Bayberry candle. Periodically, Monique does certain candles. Darius does certain candles. My baby Scorpio, my Gemini, got work done, or getting work done for candle work for her, for protection. I want y'all to know I'm equipped. And when I told you I had the goods, I have them. I want you to be rest assured that this particular leader is getting in position to fight whatever I got to tend. But you got to help me. Because if you ain't going to be equipped and you're going to be on my covering, I want to be able to say, you help me get to certain places so I don't mind fighting for you. But it won't be a tag along. If this ain't what you want, this ain't what you're going to get. All right? I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like, that share. And I want to encourage you for you. That's no matter if it's just not a chief apostle. If you got somebody good in your life and been good to you, make sure you do right by them. I don't care what your religious belief. All right? God bless you.